أولى في فلسطين 102.1 اف ام.
ولنا مع اللغة الإنجليزية وقفات. توك شو.
Creative Box.
Talented Member.
English for you.
English Fun.
ولنا مع اللغة الإنجليزية وقفات.
لمن يمتلك الشغف للتعرف على أسرارها وخباياها،
ولمن لا يمتلك رصيدا كافيا من حروفها المذهلة، نعرفكم على حقيقة هذه اللغة في برنامج واحة اللغة الإنجليزية.
واحة اللغة الإنجليزية.
يأتيكم البرنامج عبر أثير إذاعة صوت التربية والتعليم كل ثلاثاء تمام 1 ظهرا. البرنامج من إعداد وتقديم
عمر حماد.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to our session here in English Language Voice Program, Ministry of Education Radio. And today we are going to talk about initiatives, global initiatives for our local community. And I'm so pleased that I will host here our global teacher, Awad Asma Abu Mustafa. Mustafa, yes. So, as you know that he is the winner of the award from AKS, a global association. So we have here to know more about this award and to know more about our global teacher winner, Miss Asma. Miss Asma, so welcome to see you here talking for our program in English, to let all around the world to know more about your initiatives and your hard working in education field. So at first, a lot of people indeed know about you, and you talk about in Arabic for them. So today we have to talk in English about Asma Mustafa. Can you just introduce yourself for our audience from the beginning till the end? Okay, microphone with you.
Thank you for this host, actually, Dr. Omar, and many thanks go to the Ministry of Education Radio in Palestine.
You are welcome
for hosting me so many different times, and
because you deserve, indeed, you deserve
you.
Our hosting to let others make the ambition to be global teachers like you.
I'm so proud of you. And one more time, this is Asma Mustafa, the teacher of English language at Halima Saadia School for Girls. I have joined the Ministry of Education to start my work in 2008 till now, and I teach the grades from the 7th to the 10th grades. And I'm so happy with this, you know.
Yes, you can be close to that. Okay, yes.
I'm so happy at my work because I'm teaching a very, I get more dedication in knowing the needs of my students in this special period of time.
Good.
From the 12 or 13 to 15 years old.
How many schools that you enrolled from the beginning of? Just two.
Yeah,
what are they?
Once. My ex-school, I've spent 10 years there in teaching in English at that school. Then I've moved to Halima Saadia, and I think, and I do believe that I have started from Halima Saadia.
So Halima Saadia as a common school nowadays. So all of us, they know Halima Saadia, Asma Mustafa. So we have a connection now.
Yeah. I started documenting my work.
Why do you think that Halima Saadia? Do you think that Halima Saadia has a secret to improving?
The secret is inside you as a teacher, because I have, I have been in so many experiments. Some of them are positive, and many other are negative before being transferred to Halima
the question,
Saadia.
Because that you know that some school principals, school managers facilitate for
Now,
teachers.
this is the secret.
Facilitate the teachers to go up to promote themselves.
Yes.
Others maybe because they have the same
They hate you.
traditional way and
Yes, they hate you.
oh, directly. Okay. So this is the point. My question directly, because we need to know that we have schools that promote and motivate teachers to go up and to work hard. And maybe when you tell me that Halima Saadiya as the starter of Asma to be and to let you well known one in teaching, and this is what we respect indeed, that
Thank
we
you.
have to respect you and for the school itself. So after that, you started dealing with your students from the beginning of 2010 to 2010. Yes.
Yeah, and actually, I would like to clarify your point that you have mentioned. The secret is for headmistresses. This is one side, but the most important point is you. Inside you, you
Yeah.
have to set up the virtual, the virtual.
Yes,
system
all of
for
the matter
being
depends on you.
positive.
All the
And
matter
this
depends on
school
you.
Is positive, and this is a very nice place. Maybe it would not be nicer than before. Maybe the schools are the same,
Yes.
but the
Yeah.
what makes different is you inside that you have learned from experience, and I have started documenting my work in order to get,
So
to
you
help
worked
the others.
before
Yes,
the same of your work,
level,
but without just
documenting my work.
Good.
This is the point.
Yes.
So when I started documenting my work, the word of documentation is very important to be set off or connected with objectives.
Yeah.
And this is the point. You have, if you want to be successful person
Yes.
and satisfied for your work, you need to make objectives in order to get, steps forward, not coming back or not staying at the same position that you are
Good.
in nowadays. Then I started moving so fast, alhamdulillah. And this,
Good, that's good.
I've got positive feedback from my students and
So
my
you have
principals.
you have a turning point
Yes.
in your biography as Asma's biography, which is what time exactly that it is the turning? You can call it as a turning point in your life.
2018.
To-
When I've been transferred as a kind of, what is called,
Digital one for digital.
No. Making, being moved from one place to another. But while I was not satisfied of this moving, I did my best in order to stay in my ex-school because I loved my work. I stayed 10 years. I was single. Then I got married. Then I had 2 babies at the same time. I
Yes.
love my colleagues. I love my students. I love my work.
Yeah.
So why not to be transferred? So I decided to change what I used to be, working hard without documenting my work.
Good.
And this is one of the pieces of advice that I want to.
And this is what we have to mention when I
Yes.
ask you, according to teachers, what can you
Yes.
advise them to give them some tips indeed related to this point. So you have a turning point because of an idea that you have to tell all of them that I have 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So this is something important
Yeah.
to make what we call it evidence for
For my work,
yes,
or for
that
being
to say
distinguished,
to say
or for
I have
presenting something new, or doing your work as requested, as required. You are doing so. Why not to be?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good point that all teachers, they have to think about this point.
Yeah.
So returning back to ask about the award itself, why do you nominate yourself for this award?
Just like the other educators all over the world. When the nomination was opened for teachers to start nominating themselves and filling the electronic application on the website of the AKS Education Awards, I heard at first from this about this global award from Mr. Iyad Al-Suqi. He is the ambassador of AKS Education Awards in Palestine, and he is the only winner in 2019
Yes.
from Palestine. So when I saw his, he was was in New Delhi and he was being honored.
This is
gave me a kind of motivation.
Inspiring.
So that I could be applying the electronic application, and I did. It was very hard to do the application. You are going to write every single dots by yourself, no copying and pasting from, for example, documents of you have been prepared. You've been prepared, and this is the point. It took me from 7 to 10 days applying the request, the application.
So that's so nice. As I just when I search for this reward, starting with a lot of steps, the nomination period, then about. You will be shortlisted. After that, you have to be the winner. So these steps, do you think that during your work that you ask yourself and you told yourself, I will be the winner? This question, you maybe talk with yourself about that.
I hope. Just like the others, I just was dreaming of winning. And when I saw the criteria of the award, I keep talking to myself, yes, I can win, but I can do it, but I'm not sure of winning because tens of thousands of teachers all over the world from 110 countries have applied, and we compete each other in this
so
competition.
I told you from the beginning that it is a worldwide competition, and all of them they participated, and this is indeed something unique that you got the reward and to be the winner of for Palestine, that you raised our Palestine.
We are four.
Four, okay.
4 winners from Palestine.
They are teachers. They are teachers also.
Yeah, we are 4 teachers from Palestine winning for this year. And I guess according to what I have read in some websites, that there are 18 winners from Arab countries.
18.
18,
good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something good that we have to talk about. Maybe when I just wanted to apply for something, I have to ask myself question. This activity is unique, and this activity is distinguished. And when they just read it, they will tell me that you are a God model. So why do you think that you find this activity, the unique activity that you wanted to tell our audience about?
There are so many activities I have been doing since a long time, and I have documenting my work, as I told you. And when I applied, it was my first time to apply for any local or global award. This is my first time to win, by the way.
Good.
I was waiting for some local awards results, but I'm not sure.
Okay, till now, inshallah, that you will be coming up.
Okay. For me, I have, I've put my links, which are mainly my Google site and my YouTube channel.
Good.
In those 2 websites of me, I used to put my every distinguished work. I can manage. I can, evaluate my work. That this is a good work for me.
Yeah.
And this is when I can compete my colleagues in this work. The YouTube.
Just a minute, according to this point, a lot of teachers, they have distinguished activities, but they have lack of documenting their work. Others, they can just give the documentary and give a lot of documents to their work, but in reality, they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have two sides here.
Yeah, and
but
there
like
is another third problem.
Asma, you worked in both.
Yes.
You have worked directly with your students.
Yes, from real classrooms.
Yeah.
I've taken some pictures from real classrooms, some activities that I have used, frequently inside and outside my classrooms. I used to take my students in the garden, and sometimes I launched the Global Education Project. I met with my students, 35 countries, in 52 meetings.
Yes.
with so many different countries. I was dreaming of giving the opportunity to my students in order to meet the 198 countries all over the world. But unfortunately, COVID-19 pandemic has stopped this project in order to be continued, prevented me to continue.
Indeed, coronavirus
Yes,
cancelled a lot of
so
things.
many
Yes,
of
cancelled
my
a lot
works.
of things. Yeah.
And my colleagues, keep asking me, nowadays, where's your work? So many activities are waiting, but unfortunately, I can't start doing them without meeting my students physically. My school is locked nowadays because it's in one of the most dangerous districts in Gaza Strip. Yes, so I meet my students 2 hours in Google Classroom via the Hangouts meet from the 4 o'clock to 5 with the 8th grade.
Good.
Then from the 5 o'clock to the
Can you
6th.
express for us their reaction and their outcomes of
My
your-
expectations at the very beginning, I was afraid, really, to be honest with you, that there might be 2 or 3 students are joining me, and this, yes, was real. I've worked with 4 students at the very beginning of Google Classroom, and I started and continued. So my students
It's
kept
become
attracting and
something good.
inviting their colleagues, and now I'm working with 20. Each day, 20 from the 5th grade, and maybe, to be honest with you, from 5 to 7, sometimes 10 maximum from the 8th grades.
Yeah, we have a lot of factors that maybe make
yes,
the
but according to their mothers and fathers' attitude towards electronic learning, yes, they encourage. There is a positive attitude to some extent in our local community, but generally speaking, according to the challenges that we have nowadays, especially in the siege, the bad economic situations that we have faced, some teachers are not able to buy some smart devices. If they don't have the laptops, the features on Google Classrooms are not all of them activated in cell phones.
Yeah.
So when you deal with the students from the laptop, you may find more features, more...
because we have a lot of things that we have to
for
care
example,
of before.
my own laptop, is not working.
Yes.
I need to buy one for electronic learning.
What about
So
your
many
students?
others,
Yes.
so many other teachers that have the same problem.
That's so nice. We have to complete this point. Indeed, we have another invited call from Kuwait with Mrs. Amal Musa Abu Saleh. She is also a winner of a global award. So today I'm so pleased that to join 2 global teachers, Asma and Amal, and it is really our honor here in Ministry of Education Radio to host something. So Ms. Amal, hi, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Omar. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm so pleased that you are here, and all of us proud of you.
Yeah. Me as well. I'm really thankful for your radio for honoring me. Thank you, really.
We are here in Palestine for Palestinian people. Really care of the global teachers like you, and I'm here. My host speaker here in the studio. We have Miss Asma. Our greeting to you at first, and we are so pleased to start introducing you as a Jordanian. You have a Jordanian nationality, I guess, and you now work in Kuwait as a physics teacher. And in previous, I know that you worked in more than one country, maybe Oman or Qatar or something like this. I will
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. I will move to you directly to let us know more about you, that you are a global teacher winner, and we have to know about Amal more and more, please.
Yeah, indeed, Mr. Omar. During my career in education, which spanned for 15 years, I gained multiple experiences and became familiar with the international educational systems such as IG, IB, and SAT. Let me talk to you, Mr. Omar, about the pandemic crisis. Local and international prospects open for self-development. So I like to be among those who lighten a candle rather than curse the darkness. I spent long time in educating myself and searching for the best platforms in engaging students effectively.
Yeah.
So I achieved so many prestigious positions in several international educational platforms such as
Yes.
distance learning expert from Nearpod, Microsoft Innovative Educator, community leader in Wakelet, Bunsey Ambassador, Cleverbook STEM Education Ambassador, Flipgrid Certified Educator, Book Creator Certified Educator, Adobe Creative Educator, Europe Code Week Organizer, Edpuzzle Certified Educator, T4 Ambassador.
Wow, so excellent. So that you deserve indeed to be a global teacher because a lot of things that you achieved, you and Asma, maybe I know about Asma, she achieved something like this. Really, that's an awesome CV if you want to start talking about your CV indeed, Amal.
Yes, my CV.
What
actually,
what
let me
about
tell
your
you
what about your
yeah.
experience in teaching?
Well, yes. First of all, as you introduced me, Mr. Omar, my name is Amal Musa Abu Saleh. I'm from Jordan. I have completed my bachelor degree of physics from the University of Jordan in 2005. My actual experience started from Sultanate of Oman, where I taught physics, math, and science for different grade levels for 6 years. Then I moved to Saudi Arabia and worked there for 3 years. Then I moved to Kuwait and worked at Al Ru'ya Bilingual School for 5 years until now. So I spent for like 15 years as experience in teaching.
So bilingual, that means you are physics teacher, but your language is so perfect, so nice, and maybe this is
Thank you.
something as a must that you have to teach in English, right?
Yes, 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 exactly. We are teaching in English because our school is bilingual. We are teaching the American curriculum
Uh-huh.
as well.
That's so nice.
Right.
Talking about you as a winner and the steps that you worked till you got the result that you are a winner. What are the steps that
Uh,
you follow?
yes, yes. First of all, let me tell you about the AKS Education Award that aims to identify exceptional teachers who have demonstrated excellence in teaching,
Yeah.
show outstanding contribution to learners, and serve the community by building and helping make a better society through inspirational teaching. So first you have to register on the website www.aksaward.com with your mobile number and email ID. Then fill the nomination form. After registration is verified and complete, you must fill in nomination following 4 sections. Section number 1, nomination form, personal details, professional details, and self-nomination. Section number 2, photo upload. Section number 3, self-evaluation, self-rating from 1 to 5 on 10 parameters. Section number 4, recommendation by 5 teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these are the steps that you filled and applied at the beginning. So you became the
Absolutely.
shortlisted one. After that, you became the one of the winner of all the winners. That's so nice. So if I ask you, why did you nominate yourself?
Well, Mr. Umar, let me give you a brief description of myself. I am an ambitious, enthusiastic, and outstanding physics, math, and science teacher who values each student as an individual and who will always play a full part in the life of a school. I have a strong background in creating engaging lessons that make students think. My pleasant manner and excellent communication skills allow me to develop the character of young people and prepare them for adult life. During
so
the
nice.
COVID-19 pandemic, our school closed its doors and the teaching methods changed from going to school into remote education, forcing all teachers to respond rapidly and changing their approaches into virtual teaching methods. I spent such a long time in educating myself and searching for the best platforms in engaging students effectively. I had excellent practices and experiences in this field. I volunteered to participate and support educational events and initiatives effectively locally and internationally. My leadership and ambitious personality helped me tremendously in communicating with the teachers and providing supportive workshops.
That's so nice. Really, that's awesome. Indeed, if I listen to you talking about that as if I am just a judge or a evaluator, I will tell you that you deserve, indeed. So
Thank
nice.
you, Mr. Omar.
For you as a global teacher, we have to say your experience is distinguished and different. And I will listen from Miss Asma, and I will listen from you now to give me your advice to or your tips to all teachers and parents and students according to the pandemic, according to coronavirus stage. We are in unusual stage. We are in something that we have to give more work, more power in education. What about your advice, dear Amal, please?
Well, Mr. Omar, my general advice to everyone, please stay positive, take care of yourself. My advice to teachers, develop positive relationships with your students. This is one of the most important factors to get to know your students in online setting. Set up behavioral expectations and clear rules. Teachers should provide various types of content. This includes resources such as videos to watch, PowerPoints, extra worksheets, etc. Don't hold lectures in an online format. Students have really hard enough time paying attention to in-person lectures. Activity, all my advices, Mr. Omar, for teachers till now, it's really important from my experience.
Okay, yes.
Activities should be engaging to all students, and teachers must structure assignments to be challenging and yet achievable. Encourage all your students to participate in the classroom. Now, teachers, remote learning, teachers who are using remote learning have the responsibility to brush up on new technology and to know how to use common technology tools.
Yes.
Remember to be more facilitator. Communicate with your students, with their parents and guardians, and be ready to answer their questions. We understand, Mr. Omar, as teachers, that parents are overwhelmed and many feel ill-equipped to support their child's learning at home.
That's so nice. Really, that a very important thing that you have to share for teachers, because they are the most important one in the process of teaching, and they can change our students. Miss Amal, we are so proud of you, and we are thankful for your being here with us in this program. Our greeting and our thanking from here to you, from Palestine, from Gaza, to all of you, for you first, and for all colleagues, Jordanian, Kuwait, and others who are with you. Thank you very much, and see you, inshallah.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Omar. I'm really so pleased to talk to you today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have a break now, and we can complete with you, Miss Asma, inshallah. Thank you.
With every breath I take, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. I never thought about all the things you have given to me. I never thanked you once. I was too proud to see the truth and to you until I took the first step, and that's when you opened the doors for me. Now, Allah, I realize what I was missing by being far from you. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, all praises to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, all praises to Allah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to our session today, talking about global creativity, talking about global teachers. Today we listen to a lot of things that really we feel that we have to work hard to go up and to be as adapting a lot of activities and documenting a lot of activities to let others know how much we are creative, and completing from the last point that we stopped talking about your achievements and indeed putting them under the document. So can you tell us about, we listened to Amal, indeed she talked about a lot of things, about a lot of achievements related to her. And indeed, if I told you that if I'm an evaluator, I'm talking about how to nominate someone, indeed she give us a lot of things, and I know about that for you, Asma. So what about the best achievement that you achieve for your students directly?
Yeah, I've dealt with my students in so many different ways in teaching language. I do believe that language, any teacher of language needs to be, focusing on the practice of this language. So
Yes.
I followed so many different strategies. One of the most important strategy that I have focused on is gaming, teaching English by gaming, and I have my own book that I have published. So many educators all around the world, has taken this book and started performing some of
follow
my,
something of your
some
activities.
of my strategies inside the classroom.
Yes, okay.
Is that okay?
That's good.
Okay. And
More,
teaching
please.
English by games,
This is good.
by short stories. And I have joined the Hands Up project
Good.
from London, and Miss Dragisa, and so many other educators have joined my
Like
classrooms.
Nick,
in
I
order,
guess,
yes,
and
Miss Nick
David.
is managing this, and David, you have David.
Yes.
And so so many sessions, educational sessions, have been performed with my students, connection via Zooms, in order to teach them short stories, English short stories, as a piece of cake. They loved it, and they started, changing the stories into plays as a kind of a drama.
Yes.
English songs are very important in teaching English, and we have so many songs like I Believe I Can Fly. This is my initiative name, by
Good.
the way. And One Vision, One Word, which is sung on the stage of the Ministry of Education. You have participated in this ceremony.
That's right.
In January.
Yeah.
And so many other activities like short plays, short drama inside the classrooms, and taking students in short trips inside school or outside the school sometimes.
Yes, according to all of these activities, indeed, that you have the experience that to share for teachers and
Yes.
for students and also for parents.
Yeah.
Because all the time I call that parents are one of the most important
community.
of the process of education. If we want to invest in education, we have to focus on parents. So what is your tip for teachers as an educator and for parents and for students, starting with educators, with teachers? What is your advice?
For educators, all of you should believe in what you are doing. This is our message. We are not only providing students with information. Websites can do this,
Yes.
or books or magazines, whatever. Storytellers can do this too. But we as educators should change lives. We should open the doors for educators for critical thinking, for building the future. helping the students in order to start, growing a little one by one from the very beginning.
As a teacher, to be a good model to others and to let others know more about his ability. He is not just conveying information to teacher.
It's not a matter of providing students with information.
Yes.
It's a matter of working on yourself as teacher. Never wait for training to come to you. Just try to search, look up about the electronic, training. For example, we have worked together in National Geographic. I remember Microsoft educators, experts, and Google, Apple teachers. We are all Wicked ambassadors, both of us, I think.
Yes,
right?
we work together on a lot of things.
So you as teacher should not wait for any training to come to you.
Yes, you
whether
have to.
in your school or your home.
Yes.
You should be a good researcher and work on yourself hard. Try to train yourself. Try to develop your abilities. It never stop in one point. And for example, saying, yes, I'm a winner in Global Teacher Award, for example, and stop here.
No, it is the start.
It's the start. Yes, that's true. And be patient for your students, for your learners, because they are coming mainly here to learn from you. To be, you should be a good model. When we're talking about the electronic learning nowadays, we should be more patient than we have been before, because inside the virtual classrooms there are some technical problems that we have facing nowadays, like the poor connection of the internet, for example. So many students don't know how to mute the voice. So I usually draw this feature
directly.
And
so nice.
Raise it. So you have to be creative in dealing with those young learners.
Do you think being creative is something difficult?
There are so many difficulties.
Being a creative teacher.
Being creative is something depends in you from the inner.
According to your ability.
Your energy. And how much do you really belong to the teaching?
A lot of teachers that maybe I want to be like someone or like her, or but from where I can start?
From yourself, your beliefs. You should believe in yourself. You should believe in what you are doing. How can teachers change life? This is very hard. No, it's not very hard.
Yeah.
You can start from your students and end in your students. This is the center of the educational project processes in general. The center is the student. So what I am all working for me, for other teachers, is all about those learners inside classrooms that I am doing with them.
Good.
So when you think about
so they have to start by themselves. They have to believe that they have the ability to start.
When I've been once asked by the Microsoft expert, when was your last training, physical training, face-to-face learning in your country, I was really shy to answer because it was a long time ago. I've never trained, and since 2012 till now, I was trying to look for training. So I try to develop myself by myself.
Yes.
Yeah, never wait.
And
That's
so
exchange information and knowledge with other teachers is very important thing, and be effective, and it gives you more confidence, and it gives you
swapping experience is something very.
It gives you a feedback from other teachers that this works. Some strategies may not work for my students for some reasons, but it could work for your students.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, this is according to teachers, educators. What about parents? Do you think they have a very important role in the system in the education system nowadays, according to coronavirus, or what about their role?
Well, without COVID-19 pandemic, before COVID-19 pandemic, generally speaking, parents have a very significant role to do with teachers.
Yes.
Because we are cooperating together in order to build this character or this person the leader of the future,
Yes.
the leader of the community. Maybe one day, maybe I am teaching nowadays the teachers of my daughters in the coming future. So what parents should do is to cooperate with teachers, to provide, to facilitate
Yes.
the mission for us.
To be in reality about
Yes.
this cooperation, not we have a committee of
Yes.
for parents, but
But not keeping-
in reality there is
yeah,
nothing.
some parents keep putting obstacles for teachers.
Yes.
And try to think. Nowadays, I'm so happy with COVID-19 time because it focuses on the real suffer for teachers inside classrooms.
Yes.
So many parents nowadays, keep,
Using
having
mobile.
live on Facebook and giving, take our sons back to schools because really it's really hard, a very
Yeah.
hard mission for us to
We
do
have-
it
we
on
have to
behalf of teachers.
cooperate together to find
we
that.
should cooperate together.
Yes.
And we should, parents should evaluate and appreciate the role of teachers. And if there is a kind of, let me say, a talented student, we teachers, as teachers, should be had an idea about this person. Maybe I'm not be able to discover this talented person inside the school because
You
we
have
have
to let
40
a background
and more.
about you
Yes,
from
yes,
parents.
we
That's so
should be
nice.
provided
A very
this
nice point here that we have to
background
care for
Yes.
the Minister of Education itself, that we have to care more about parents, about the attitudes to parents to their students, teachers, and to make a cooperation directly to find out about what things the positive and
Yes.
cons and pros of
And
the students.
in COVID-19 pandemic, one more piece of advice for parents is to facilitate the daughters and sons' mission in using the laptops or using the mobile phones. Try to make schedule if available.
If it's available.
Yeah, if there is some students, they have really the devices, but they don't want to join.
Yeah.
Try to.
So we have to just send this message
Yes.
to parents. They have
Yes.
to care because nowadays e-learning is one
Very
of
important.
the basic things that we are care nowadays.
Yes.
So finally, and the last not the least, talking about students as your students, your advice to them.
Students are the leaders of the future. So you have to start up from now and try to acquire as possible as you can from the digital skills for your future.
Yeah.
If we are talking about the future, yes, you need the digital skills more and more.
Nowadays,
And
illiterate.
Yes.
If you don't know
Yes.
about digital things, you have to be
so
illiterate.
what about the educated ones, the leaders? If you want to success in your future, in your university learning, in having a scholarship, for example, traveling abroad or whatever, you need digital
More
skills. You
more
need,
skills.
Yes.
In English and
Yes.
technology and a lot
So
of...
this is a great opportunity to focus on what you really need to know and how do you really want to learn. This is going to avoid you in the future from paying much time to learn those
Excellent.
skills.
That's so nice. Really,
yeah.
I'm so pleased that you mentioned a lot of things and a lot of pieces of advice for our teachers, for our students, and also parents. Indeed, if we follow some of these tips, we can improve our outcomes of teaching and outcomes of education. Miss Asma, I'm so glad that you are here with me. Really happy that you are talking with me about your achievements, about your hard working and dealing with your students and dealing with the platforms and also to be the winner. Indeed, you deserve to be the winner. And also my thanks to Amal Abu Saleh for her participation, and also we give her all thanks for her great dealing about the topic itself. And thank you very much for all you, our audience, for your listening to our program. Thank you very much from me here, Omar Hamad, Minister of Education Radio, English Language Voice program, and goodbye.